What, if any, threats do you see to the technological advancement of these kinds of technologies like fusion with people? Are there ethical issues that people are going to get involved with? Will there be religious rights groups that complain about playing God? What do you see? And do you think that these threats would be legitimate, or is it a case of like you eventually can't stop technology?
I think that there's only two paths in my mind, which is transcending and fusing with the technological godhead, or destruction, right? So it's an either or thing, and there are definitely threats. And everything you listed are like some of the massive ones. There are definitely people that think that there is some essential uniqueness in being human, and whether that's religious or scientific or whatever it might be, or just some sort of exceptionalism. And I think that they pose a massive threat. Like in my ideal world, they would have the choice not to come along. I think a lot of this technology comes down to like, how much do you remove someone's choice? There are a lot of libertarians that wouldn't join just because they don't like the fact that they didn't have a choice. With this, I think a lot of people, the Catholic Church, or all the churches, I think they kind of have two options. They either update their religion and try and bring it along, or they become obsolete, because eventually they'll all die or something like that. There's natural time limits to how long life can last on Earth, and I think that once a singularity kind of happens, or people fuse with this, I don't think there's much hope for the rest of life. We see religions like the Mormons kind of update their religion with like space Jesus and stuff like this. They write an extra book, Return of the Jedi, that gets slapped on the end, and then they're able to become contemporary again. I think that that's kind of the right way to go if you're part of these people, or part of these groups. I think that there is serious threats from things like terrorism when people think that the outcome of their religion is dependent on certain factors being fulfilled. So we might see this in a lot of Judeo-Christian religions. Certain people have to be in certain places for certain events to take place. I think things like that are terrifying, because if you have a large following, they could deliberately try and stop this through things like bombing, or cutting off power, sabotage, and those things at certain points of this technological development are like terrifying, because I think that they will lead to destruction as an outcome.
The second path that you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that it will wind up accidentally killing everyone, or deliberately killing everyone.
Yeah.
But I think as well that if we continue business as normal, right? If we think that that's a realistic way of going, we will definitely create the technological singularity. That's like there isn't. If you just continue on without deliberately trying to sabotage it, or some existential threat like a meteor or a virus or something like this, you end up there. Capitalism drives you there. Socialism drives you there too. Both of these things are ways of improving efficiency, and it's something the human race and machines are even better at, right? And these types of technologies, they have a natural goal, which is like perfect efficiency, perfect use of energy, resources, and they all end in this idea that we're calling the singularity. It's just like a natural outcome of these processes.
To see the full interview, click somewhere. I'm sure it's not too hard to figure out.